What's going on? Back. I'm back. I'm back. So, as most of you know, on Facebook, I've been gone for, well, not gone, but I haven't been able to make a Facebook video. And it had come on and a yay, and it's been kind of nice because it's taking a break and it's given us a chance to move house. Yep. Been able to get everything moved in for the most part. We got about 10% apartment. Alaska's been good to us. Yeah, actually, it's live from, I guess you could call it a den or studio or whatever. Work in progress. So green screen and videos. Kind of play around with some stuff back into doing the stuff that I'd been doing before. So let me. I'm going to go on real quick and make sure. Check my Facebook. Heading in and out. Audio's active. Everywhere. I can hear myself in my earphone. Why that would be the case. Huh. Weird. Strange. Checking some settings. So I had everything, took everything back up. So kind of wondering maybe. All right, let's see if that takes care of everything. It looks like that might have been part of the problem. Now my meter's running like it's supposed to. And yeah, I think that's probably what it was. So thanks for letting me know that I was having audio issues. Um, Hopefully that took care of everything. Let me know if you guys can hear me now. Takes care of everything. Yep. Okay. Now I can hear myself on the video. So anyway, how's everybody been? How's let me know. Go through here and check some stuff. I'm gonna watch some of the comments on here. They should be live on Facebook, Periscope. It should be Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube. And if you guys don't have YouTube, or you don't use it very often, make sure you subscribe, because with the censorship and everything that's going on with Facebook, who knows how long I'm going to be back on here before I get banned again. It seems like whenever somebody gets banned, it seems to be kind of a continuous thing. So anyway, I'm glad to be back on here. Hopefully going to be making some more shows here soon. And Mike Clark, the new digs are awesome. We're enjoying it. I've got a lot of room out in the garage to do stuff. The living room that we have upstairs is just phenomenal. I'm actually in my the lower section of my house. It's a split level house, so when you walk in the front door, you either go up or go down. And the basement or the lower level is just about as big as you can. It's got its own bedroom. It's got a den or a family room. And a kind of an office that I've got this set up in. And then I've got my garage down there. I've got enough room for all three of my benches on one wall instead of two walls. There's plenty of room to park in the garage. I think next summer we're going to build a deck off the back of the house. Um, and then got 2 bedrooms upstairs and huge living room, which is awesome. Um, the only downfall was if you have animals and someone has lived here, lived in a house before you, the animals pick up on scents that you would not normally have. One of our cats decided to pee on the couch, and it was a couch that was here when we bought the house. So it took us a week, almost a week, to figure out where the hell the smell was coming from. But we found it yesterday, so now we're back to living a nice, normal, smell-free house. And apparently, I've never dealt with this before because I usually my animals don't pee on the couch. Apparently, when one does that and they do it between the cushions of the couch, it goes down below and drips on the floor. And I never would have thought that that was going to happen, but they hit the couch just right, so it went down through the couch, went on the floor, which is right next to a heat register. And when the heater came on, it permeated the front door. So yeah, we had some odorific emanations to start with. So anyway, we're back to normal. Everything's good. House stays nice and warm. Probably warmer than let's see here. Probably warmer than any house that I've been in Alaska. It doesn't leak air, which is good. The heat runs right around 68 to 70. Once in a while, we bump it up to 71, but it's been pretty good. We haven't had any major issues with. Hold on 1 second here. I'm muting my phone so it doesn't go off on me. Yeah, it's been really good. We've got our internet and everything switched over. Actually, I had that switched over quite a while ago, but I didn't want to do any more lives until I got on here and was able to do a live on Facebook because that's where everybody seems to be. I can't seem to get anybody off of Facebook and onto other platforms. So, yeah, and it looks like they've really cut down. Do me a favor, share this video, let everybody know I'm kind of back. I'm gonna start doing videos a little more often now that I have a space to do it in again, and we're gonna kind of get back to normal. Pushing some of the patriotic stuff and yeah, Raymond, I'm looking at comments here. Yeah, I'm glad I'm out of California too, but there are still a lot of good people in California that I respect and I miss. I got a friend of mine, James Reed's going through a pretty extensive cancer battle right now. I really wish I was back in California to at least see him. It sucks to not be around the friends that you had before, but it's nice to be around old friends that I had when I was up here to begin with. We're running tournaments and stuff at work. The job's going great. Angela's liking her job teaching the elementary school kids, and she's in kind of a rougher school than what she was. She was in Marin County before, so the school she's in now is a Title I school, which, if you don't know what that means, it's a little more disadvantaged. The kids are not. It's not a rich school. I'll put it to you that way. A lot of the kids that she deals with, the kids could be in foster care. They could be, they don't have the benefit of having a family sometimes, and so she gets to see kind of the worst of the conditions that they have to live in. But she's got decent kids. She's doing well there. The people she works with, she likes them all for the most part. It's different here because it's not as liberal as it is in California. I mean, everybody in California it's everybody that lives there understands it. Here it's a little different. Our governor's a little bit more geared toward Trump. He's a little more supportive toward Trump, which is great. I do have a friend. I actually had him on about 2 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago. Joshua Revac. He was a rep, a local rep here in Alaska, and he just got he just got nominated for a state senator. So he's now a full-blown uh, state senator, and he's doing well. And it's great to know that he's pushing American values back in the state of Alaska again. As far as going out and doing training and things like that, haven't had much time to do that. We do have a brand new indoor 50 cal range now. That's about 45 minutes from me. So if you have a 50 caliber BMG, yes, 50 caliber BMG, you can come indoors in a town called Palmer and shoot it at a 50 cal BMG range, which is freaking awesome. I don't know of any indoor 50 cal ranges in in any other state, but this one has one. They just opened up that section of the range this last month. So, um, Alaska is a gun friendly state, to say the least. So, it'd be nice to see a lot of you guys from California make the move up here. I know everyone's worried about it being cold and the snow and all this other stuff. Well, you know what? The last 2 years up here has been real mild. Everybody knows that the weather is changing kind of everywhere, and the poles are switching and everything, and it's been mild up here. They only had one real bad snowstorm last year, and it stays in the 40s, 30s, and 40s for the most part, which isn't that cold up here. Now, California, 30s and 40s, yeah, you freeze your butt off, but up here it's not that cold. Right now we're in the 30s and 40s here, and I've been outside with a hoodie on, moving stuff around and that kind of thing, and it's not unbearable. I mean, you don't want to be outside for like hours at a time that way, unless you're moving around. But for the most part, 30s and 40s are comfortable here. Unless the wind's blowing, then it gets cold. But I'm just glad to be able to get back on here again. The funny thing is, people have asked why I was banned to begin with. And I had a going away party. Me and Angela had a going away party before we moved up. It was actually before I left because I came up first. And we had a big get together at our house in Petaluma. And, we had 3%ers. We had Aaron Bate from Boots on the Ground. We had 31st Legion members that were there. We had just a mishmash of people, bunch of different ethnicities. And we all took a big picture, and everybody threw up the 3% sign. And that was my profile picture for like 6 months. And no one said a word, not a thing. And so Aaron posts the picture up a little while later, and he gets banned. And he sends me a message, hey, I got banned off Facebook, let everybody know. I'm like, okay, no problem. So I let everybody know that he was banned, and then I posted the picture. Well, the first offense, I got booted off of Facebook for, I don't know, first time I've ever been kicked off Facebook for an extended amount of time. I was booted for 24 hours or something like that, 48 hours. I can't remember exactly what it was. But when I came back on, I couldn't post any live videos. And I couldn't post any live videos from any of my profiles. And the funny thing is, I have 3 different profiles. 2 under my name and then 1 under a different name. And they literally banned every profile I had. I couldn't believe it. I figured that, I'll be able to get on with one of my other ones. Nope. They banned everything that I used on my phone. I couldn't get on a laptop. I couldn't get on anything. So, my lives and stuff that I did right after that was just through YouTube and Periscope. So I'm back on here now. Hopefully I can get the momentum going the right direction. And by the way, Epstein didn't hang himself. So that's become kind of the norm thing now on Facebook, is the Epstein thing. There was a guy on Tucker Carlson, it was on Jesse Waters. And the last thing he said, he was talking about the dog that killed, or that chased down Baghdadi, whatever the hell his name is. Anyway, what's going on, Mike King? Good to see you on here. So make sure you share this video out. Let everybody know I'm back to making videos. There's going to be some different things I'm going to be trying. I'm going to be doing some stuff with a green screen, hopefully. And I may not be doing every video sitting down. I may be doing some stuff walking around and, just kind of playing around with different feels and stuff. I may start putting some comedic things in my my videos, I guess. Try not to be so serious because we've had about the last 2 years. The reason I even started doing videos. So I don't know if you guys remember or not, but the first video that I ever did was addressing Trump and asking for help because of the droughts that we had in California, and that was like 3 years ago. And it was me sitting in my truck on my phone and doing videos that way, and it just kind of started getting kind of blown up. And I mean, it didn't get huge, but it was nice because I could go on and I could talk to different people. I have different people on the videos with me, and I enjoy that. It's nice to be able to talk to people and they can see me, and if I get them on the videos, I can see them, and it lets me have a way to kind of catch up to everybody. David or David Johnson's helped me out a bunch with the platform that I'm using, and it seems to be working out well. The best part about it is it's free; it doesn't cost me any money. Yeah, I'm kind of enjoying it, and I've been kind of jonesing to get back on, I guess. So I just wanted this one here to be kind of a quick, short video, just to test everything back out, make sure everything's going again, and then I'm going to start doing some regular stuff here soon. I may do some stuff from my garage. We'll see. I may do stuff, on my phone, and that's where I've been kind of lacking. I haven't done anything for my phone in a while. It's always been kind of on here. I definitely want to get a little more versatile with it and just kind of keep playing around with it. We have a lot of good people here in the state of Alaska that I haven't had a chance to reach out to, but hopefully that's going to start changing. The job's going well, so that was my biggest concentration, was on my job, making sure everything was where everything needed to be. And the house thing, honestly, the house thing was kind of a big surprise for us. We knew that we were doing pretty good credit wise, but we didn't know that we were going to be able to buy a house. And yeah, like within 25 days, we had a house. I was kind of like, holy cow, this went really fast. So right now, interest rates, if you guys are looking to buy a house, interest rates are freaking awesome. They're a little higher than what we got because they went up a day or two after we got ours locked in. But anything under 4% is freaking great. So if you are in the market to buy a house and you're in California, make sure you hit up Aaron Bate. He's a real estate guru out there. I talked to him quite a bit whenever we were looking at buying this place. But right now is the time to buy. If you're a first-time home buyer, now is the time to get in there and get it. It's a kind of a stressful process. In fact, I mean, even after we got the house, the lender is called and asked for more banking crap, and it's like, nothing that we couldn't help with or nothing like that. But if there's certain debt and that kind of things that you may have or may not have, they really watch your bank account, make sure you're not spending any money or you don't have any weird deposits coming in or weird money going out. And it can be kind of stressful because sometimes they ask questions that you may not have the answer to right away. Give you an example. This was the day before we were supposed to close. I get a call from our lender, and they're like, well, where did this $8,400 come from that you put in the bank? And I'm like, I don't remember an $8,400 deposit. So I go through and I look on my phone, and when you go through mobile banking, it only goes back so far on the phone. I called the guy back and I said, I don't have any $8,400 deposit on my account. I'm sure I would remember it if I did. Well, it was just to the point where, so when Angela moved up here, she got a bonus and she got her first paycheck, and it was all on the same check. And I completely spaced that was there, but they knew. They went back far enough to see it, and it was like 3 months or 2 months before that. So, and then after I realized what it was, I'm like, okay, no problem. but they go back on all kinds of things, and they want to make sure that you're stable, and luckily we have been for quite a while. So we were fortunate enough to be able to get in our own house. So now everything that we do to it is ours. You know, I it, it's weird. You know, I don't feel like a landlord can't come and kick me out. As long as my bills are paid, they're not going to bother me. And to me, it's just that's how that's kind of like Alaska. You know, Alaska's always been good to me. I've made good money up here. I've made good friends up here. Um, I was blessed to be able to go down to California and meet some great people, and I was also blessed to be able to get the hell out of there whenever I knew that the state was going to start having problems. Um, it's something that I really enjoy living here. I do. I mean, it's we just hit this will blow your mind. So we just hit um, the daylight savings, right? So we went back an hour, and now it's dark at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's the weirdest thing. So it's 7 o'clock here. It's 8 o'clock in California, or no, it's sorry 6:30 here, 7:30 in California, and we're sitting on the couch watching TV, and it's like 5 o'clock, and Angela's like, "What time is it?" I'm like, "Oh, it's 5 o'clock." She goes, "Really?" Yeah. She goes, "It's dark outside." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's Alaska." So we're both kind of getting acclimated to it, but I slept really good last night. Had um, I didn't go to sleep early. I went to sleep kind of late, but I got that extra hour, so it was like, I woke up at 11 o'clock this morning. First time I've had a chance to sleep in a while, and I woke up and I was just like, "Oh wow, it's a good day." Um, and we've had a lot more of those where you wake up in the morning and you're like, "Wow, I'm in Alaska." So I literally cannot stress enough how the lifestyle up here is so much different, so much more laid back. At my work, I'm paid salary, so and I take advantage of that. I mean, I work some late nights, but I also don't have to go in until we open at noon, so I don't have to be there before that. I do go in, and I go in there about 9, 10 o'clock, depends on what time I want to get done with my day. But I have really good people I'm working with. I enjoy working with all my people. I enjoy working for the owner. Um, we just opened a pot shop at the end of our building. Um, so if you're in Alaska and you need pot, we can hook you up. Um, yeah, it's interesting working where I work. We're also looking for employees in that pot shop. So if you got your food handler's card, yes, you need a food handler's card because this stuff is consumable. We do have edibles and all that kind of good stuff. So you got to have a food handler's card, and you got to have a marijuana card so that you can sell marijuana out of the shop. It's interesting. I have never gone into a pot shop until we own this one. And the first time I walked in there, I took the first breath, and I'm like, "Holy crap, man! It stinks in here." Well, I've been in there 4 or 5 times since then to do work for them, and I work really close with the owners and the other management in the building, and I don't know if it's normal or what, but I've kind of gotten used to it, and I still don't smoke. I don't like feeling out of control, and that's to me that's what it does. But um, I don't know. I've kind of gotten used to it, and it doesn't stink anymore. It just smells like a damn skunk. It's just there, and it's really strong. I remember the first day that they were there, they brought like 5 pounds in, and for those of you who don't smoke, 5 pounds of marijuana is a lot. And they're getting stuff in every day. They're doing really good. The shop looks excellent. They've done a great job on the shop, and I would hate to speculate how much money they've spent on it, but it's quite a bit. It's kind of a nice, classy shop. It's not like all run down and crappy. But the way it works is up here is you go in, and there's like a little lobby that you have to wait in. They run your credit, or they check your license, make sure you're 21, and then they buzz you in, and then you get to go out and look around the shop, pick what you want, and you buy it, and you're out the door. They log everybody in, which is really cool. The guy running it, his name's Cordless, big, huge black guy, one of the coolest dudes you'll ever meet. Really soft-spoken dude, but at the same time doesn't take any crap off anybody. Um, he's a family friend of the owner, and he's been there, and he's just an excellent dude. Um, so all in all, everything that's in we own the business that I work for. We own the entire strip mall that I work in. So the bowling center that I work in is 26 lanes. It used to be a grocery store back in the 70s, and then they converted it into a bowling alley. Um, we own a bar at the end that's called the um, I hate it that I can't remember the name of it. Um, Crap. We own too many things. Anyway, we own a bar at the end of the building, where the bowling alley is, so people can have a drink while they're bowling. We own the bowling center, and then there's a restaurant in the bowling center that we lease out to someone else. And then you go down a little further down the building, that's our office. And then you go down further down the building again, and then there's Store-Right, which is a storage company. And before that, actually, there's a liquor store that we lease out. And then there's Store-Right, and then you go down a little further, and that's the pot shop. And this it's pretty much like half a city block. To give you an idea how big the building is, it's big. Um, it's been kind of cool because I've kind of reconnected with people that I worked with in the past. I've hired one guy that I worked with in Eagle River, Alaska, about 12 years ago. Um, I think it was about 12 years ago, 10, 12 years ago. He's doing us a really good job. He's really good at the electronics and that kind of stuff. And he does a lot of building maintenance and things for the building. And then, the owner I worked for, I worked for him before I moved to California. So we've got a good relationship as it is. And he's helped me out a lot up here since we moved up. He helped me ship my Jeeps. He basically paid half the move from California to Alaska. And for those of you who are in different fields, a lot of times you can get help with transfer or help with moving costs to get up here. Everybody up here understands that it costs a lot of money to move from the lower 48 to Alaska. So most of the time you can get help getting up here. The weather's cold. It's not cold, but it's been above freezing the last 3 weeks. I heard California got really cold here this last week. So yeah, we were warmer than you guys. It's been rainy. We just had a tournament, a really good tournament. It was the first kind of major tournament of the year at Jewel Lake Trios. The turnout was great. We sold out actually the lanes that we had. So, for anybody that's watching from Alaska, I appreciate you guys turning out for that. You guys got a chance to see some of the hard work that I put into the place at Jewel Lake Bowl. For me it was a success because we didn't have any major breakdowns. Everything ran great. I think I had one pair that gave me a little bit of a fit, but I had it fixed by the second day. Nothing that stopped anybody. And the scores are decent. We had we didn't end up having anybody throwing the ball over the left gutter, which was a plus. Yeah, they hook a little bit, but I gave everybody the pocket. They just had to hit it and carry. So for those who ended up winning, Nick Cochran ended up winning the singles event, which it's tough to beat Nick because he doesn't have to move around quite as much as the rest of us, but he also throws a great shot. So congrats to Nick, and he just won Bowler of the Year at the Bowlers Bash this last weekend. So congrats, Nick, on that. Couldn't have a better person do it, man. We had I'm starting to run a doubles tournament on Thursday nights, so let's start looking for that. We're doing a lot of things that hadn't been done in a while at Jewel Lake, so definitely come out and check it out. That's about all I kind of wanted to cover tonight, guys. I'm gonna start covering some of the political stuff here too, but I got to start, catering a little bit to the Alaskans up here. I spent so much time talking about California, and and the politics that's going on there, and Gavin Newsom, and we all knew Gavin Newsom was going to be a disaster. So I'm going to start concentrating a little bit more on the local politics up here, and keep you guys appraised of that. And I'm still going to follow the stuff that's going on in the nation. But now that I'm up here and Alaska is my home, it's time to start concentrating on where I live and the people who live here with me. So I would really, really hope, and I'm serious about this, I really hope that some of you who are escaping California or wanting to get out of California, because I don't see it getting any better unless they do get Newsom out of there. And even if they do get Newsom out of there, how many people are behind him that will take the governor spot that's still not going to be constitutional, that's still not going to be conservative. I don't see that there's going to be any conservative governor in that state for a very, very, very long time. They've almost made it impossible. So if you are looking at getting out of the state of California, don't just look east. Look northwest, because we can still get you up here in Alaska, and we will find you a place to work. There's a lot of driving jobs up here if you're driving truck up on the slope. There's a lot of places looking for all kinds of different things. So, I never ever in my life would have thought I was going to come to Alaska. And I can't remember. I think it was 01 or 02. I got the opportunity to come up here. I left Phoenix, Arizona, and I went from the frying pan to the freezer. And I mean that, because it was like 120 degrees when we left. But when I got the opportunity to come up here, I jumped on it. And you know what? It's the best decision I've ever made. I've met some of the best people I could ever hope for up here. And, I had some people help me out, help get us into the house and get us moved in and that kind of stuff this last weekend and a few days before that. James Risk, he helped me bring a truckload over. And Jeffrey Fairbanks, it was a guy that works for me. He came over and helped us unload a bunch of stuff. Richie Moore came over and helped me a couple times, brought my beds over. And Tim Plum, he was my best man at my wedding in Colorado 8-9 years ago. So 7-8 years ago, something like that. Don't shoot me, Angela. I forgot how many years we've been married. It's been a while. Anyway, thanks to those guys, and thanks to everybody up here that supports Jewel Lake Bowl and the work that I've done there. You guys are all awesome. And I hear it every day, and I see it every day. The appreciation that they give to the hard work that we've pulled off there. But I guess with that said, I'm going to get off here, but start looking for more videos here soon. And like I said, I'm going to try some different things and see how it goes and go from there. But maybe I need to do some gun videos or something like that. I don't know. I probably wouldn't be out shooting them because it is cold out, but maybe I'll show you some of my toys here soon. Anyway, I love you guys. We will catch up to you, and I'll start doing some more videos with Ryan here soon too, and we'll go from there. But I love you guys. I miss all of you. James Reed, please keep praying for James. I heard that he's doing better, which is great. I'm not going to relay what I heard just because it's embarrassing, but I hear that he's starting to eat a little bit. Nothing solid, but he's starting to eat. Starting to eat again, and keep, if you guys can spare a dollar, there's a fundraiser going on for him and his family. He needs every bit of prayers that we can give him right now. And Justin Duran, I know you're over in India. Be safe over there, brother. We miss you guys. And Lauren and Crystal, we miss you guys. All of three up in California, I miss all of you. But you know what? I'm just a plane ride away, guys. So if you guys can get a chance to get up here and visit me, especially like this next summer, I'm gonna need some people to help us build the deck. So if you guys can get a chance to come up, definitely do. We got 3 bedrooms and we got plenty of room for people to crash. And you know, anybody that I've met, you guys are more than welcome to come and hang out at our house. You know, even if it's for a week or weekend, half the summer. You know, I can take you out. We can go down to Kenai and check out the fishing. Or if you guys want to come up and go moose hunting, I'm sure I can find someone to take you out and do that. But, or maybe even caribou hunting. Anyway, this is Sherman Tank. I'm gonna get off for the night, but you guys all be good. I pray for everybody in California. I pray for everybody in the lower 48. And let's get back to some American values, folks. All right, this is Sherman Tank. I'm checking out. Good night, people.